You know what the biggest lie in podcasting is? That it's a platform for free speech. People love to talk about how podcasts are the last frontier of uncensored, honest conversation. But the rebel authors and entrepreneur like you know better. Because you've been there. You've seen that what really happens when you try to tell your story your way. You sat across from a podcast host who suddenly shifts in their seat when your words get a little too raw. You watched your episode get buried in the archives. No promotion, no traction, no real push. Because someone behind the scene didn't like what you had to say. And you felt that frustration, that gut punch, realization that no matter how powerful message of yours it is, some audience just aren't ready to hear it. Let's call it what it is: judgment, censorship, a silent blockade. And you are not alone in this. A lot of authors struggle to get their message out, not because they aren't good enough, not because their book isn't worth reading, but because the wrong people are deciding who gets heard and who gets pushed aside. Let me ask you something. How many times have you shared your story and felt that person listening wasn't really hearing you? How many times have you finished an interview and thought, that wasn't me? That wasn't real version of what I wanted to say? How many times have you held back, softened your edges, played it safe, because deep down you knew that if you really spoke the truth, it might never see the light of day. Yeah, I know that feeling too. And I'm here to tell you, you don't have to put it with it anymore. Because there is a way to tell your story in a way that nobody can touch, edit, or water down. A way to have a real conversation, judgment-free, unfiltered, and on your terms. What's more important? And more importantly, a way to guarantee your voice gets in front of the right audience, the people who actually resonate with your message, not the ones who flinch at it, not the ones who pretend to care only to censor you later. The right people, the ones who matter. It's called the Live the Battlefield broadcast. And I'll tell you exactly what it is, how it works, and why it's unlikely anything you've seen before. But first, I need you to understand something. If you keep playing this game by their rules, you will keep losing. If you keep going on podcasts that aren't built for people like you, people with real, powerful, unapologetic stories, you will keep being filtered, ignored, and forgotten. And I refuse to let that happen to you, because I literally fought wars for people's freedom, democracy, and now I happily fight for your message to be heard as a podcast host. Because if you have a book, a message, a mission that matters, then people need to hear it. But not just anyone. The right people. The ones who don't just listen. They act, they engage, they buy. And if you stick with me, I'll show you exactly how to make that happen. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I am going to expose the real reasons you podcast interviews haven't been working. And more importantly, how to finally fix it. That's correct. How to fix it. Now, let's get into it.